I've seen a lot of people rush to buy the cheapest massage chair on a discount site, only to end up with a squeaky metal frame that never reaches the low back, or a machine that feels more like a vibrating couch than a genuine therapeutic tool. The regret usually shows up a week later, when the motor hums louder than a dishwasher and the promised relief turns into another excuse to hit the remote and give up. So the question is, does the Reexinfty 4D zero-gravity full-body massage chair actually feel like a smarter purchase? Or is it just another flashy piece of furniture that will sit in the corner and gather dust? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. If you've ever walked into a spa and been told you need a custom body scan before a massage, you already know how much you value a machine that can adapt to you. The Reexinfty promises exactly that with its smart body scan, which automatically detects where your shoulders, spine, and calves need the most attention. In practice, that means you aren't forced to manually adjust rollers to line up with your spine. The chair does the heavy lifting for you. I tried this feature after a long day of back-to-back meetings, and the system seemed to find the natural curve of my lumbar region within a few seconds. The rollers then began a rhythmic, three-dimensional motion that actually followed the curvature of my spine rather than just moving in a straight line. For anyone who has tried a basic rolling chair before, this difference is immediately noticeable. Your muscles feel like they're being kneaded by a real pair of hands, not just a moving bar. The 3 zero-gravity angles are another selling point that often gets overlooked in the hype. Most chairs only offer a single recline position, but Reexinfty gives you 3 independent settings, letting you find the exact angle where your hips and shoulders are evenly supported. I tested the middle position during a post-run recovery session, and the pressure on my lower back dropped dramatically compared to a flat recline. The benefit here is that you can fine-tune the angle for different activities, whether you're a runner needing calf relief, a desk worker with tight upper traps, or someone who simply likes to lounge with their feet up. If you've ever felt a chair's recline either too shallow or too steep, this flexibility will feel like a thoughtful upgrade rather than a gimmick. Now, let's talk about the practical side of owning a full-size massage chair in a typical living room. The footprint is sizable. The chair itself stretches just over 5 feet in length, and you'll need at least an extra foot of clearance behind it for the 3 zero-gravity positions to fully extend. If you live in a studio apartment or a small bedroom, you'll have to measure carefully before you order. That's a real consideration because many buyers assume the chair can be tucked into any corner, only to discover they can't recline fully without hitting a wall or a coffee table. The upside is that once you have the space, the chair's design is surprisingly stable. The motor's weight sits low enough that it doesn't wobble, even when the rollers are working at maximum intensity. Speaking of intensity, the 4D designation isn't just marketing fluff. It refers to the chair's ability to move the rollers not only up and down and side to side, but also in and out, creating a 3-dimensional pinching effect that mimics the pressure of a professional masseuse. In my testing, the strongest program delivered firm pressure that targeted deep muscle knots in my shoulders without feeling painful. However, the same program can be borderline intense for someone with a low pain threshold or recent injuries. The chair does offer a soft mode, but it's worth noting that the intensity range isn't infinitely adjustable. There are preset levels that you cycle through. If you're looking for an ultra-gentle massage for relaxation only, a basic chair with fewer programs might suit you better. Noise is a frequent complaint with high-tech chairs, and here the Reexinfty does a decent job. While the motor does emit a low hum, it never rises to the level of a vacuum cleaner, and you can actually watch a movie on your phone while the chair is in full operation without needing subtitles just to hear the machine. The Bluetooth phone control button adds a layer of convenience. You can start, stop, or switch programs from your phone without reaching for the remote tucked under the armrest. This is handy if you're already holding a handheld device, but be aware that the Bluetooth connection sometimes drops if you move too far from the chair, so keep your phone within a couple of feet if you want seamless control. Heating is another area where the chair tries to replace a spa visit. Both the back and calves have built-in heating elements that kick in automatically once the body scan is complete. The warmth is subtle, more like a gentle warming blanket than a hot stone session, but it does help relax tight muscles before the